What's up, Internet? We are here once again in Pokemon Crystal. Yeah! Now, we did leave it in sort of a weird place where I had to do some stuff off-screen, and, well, I did do some stuff off-screen. We got an odd egg from this old guy right here, and the thing about the odd egg is it can potentially end up becoming one of, say, like, a dozen or so different monsters. And the thing about that is all but one are Kanto monsters. Now, fortunately, we did get the one monster that can evolve into a Johto monster, but there was some finagling I had to do on the back end of that as well, because he can become one Johto monster or two Kanto monsters, and it's actually based around his stats, and it's not determined until he hits level 20. So, we'll, for the first time ever, look into the Pokedex. We got ourselves a Tyrogue, and basically Tyrogue levels up at level 20. And if it hits level 20 and its attack stat is higher than its defense stat, it becomes a Hitmonlee. If its defense stat is higher than its attack stat, it becomes a Hitmonchan. And if it's equal, which is an absolute bitch to make work out, you can get a Hitmontop, which we did. And if you're playing, like, after Pokemon Crystal, basically Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Gen 3 and onwards, you kind of understand how EVs work. If you're playing on the sort of like higher tier, quote-unquote, professional Pokemon playing circuit. But things in red, blue, green, yellow, gold, silver, and crystal were a little bit different. Basically, every monster gives out experience for individual stats. And to essentially make one monster have equal stats is really, really tricky to do. In fact, to get my level 20 Hitmontop, I had to take my level 5 monster, grind it out to level 20 using level, like, 5 Weedles and Caterpies alternating, because the way their stats spread out equals the attack and defense levels. But he came across to me as something of a kickboxer, which is why I named him Van Dam, because I thought that would be funny. But this is our newest teammate, Van Dam. Oh, I went to the name raider in Goldenrod and spelled Omelet's name properly this time, because I'm a dumbass. Everything else is where it is. We might have to level up Omelet and Salad a little, but we're pretty much done with this little area, and we have to go to Goldenrod. Now, one other thing I did in Goldenrod is I got the bicycle, just to speed up hatching eggs, because you have to walk something like 14,000 steps. And if you can move at like 20% faster speed, it just makes sense to do it, you know? So, we do have a bicycle. Oh, and I spent pretty much all my money. Just trying some different stuff to level up Van Dam a little bit faster. I sent him to the Pokemon daycare a little bit, because I figured that might work with stat spreading, and it did for a little bit, but it still took forever. But I'm basically dirt poor. But here's the market. This is like Celadon City. Basically, it's a giant tower of awesome places you can go shopping. You can get pretty much everything you want, except I don't think you can get evolution stones. In fact, I'm pretty sure evolution stones are really hard to find in this game. But that was about 2-3 hours of my time gone. We don't actually need a Pokédoll this time. Although we could get one. In fact, it might be valuable for us to get one right now. But let's see what we can sell right now, just to make a little bit of money back. I want to leave my TMs around. Yeah, that's not worth anything. Nope. Bitterberry. Okay, Paralyzed Heal. Yeah. Because I know there's a guy who sells TMs here. I'm not sure how useful any of them would be, but I have a feeling we could at least use one or two of them. We'll keep Miracle Seed. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be all that useful for us, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, and I think there's only one in the game, so. But we're just going to sell some of our extra crap that's not going to be super, super useful for us. And see if we can go on a bit of a shopping spree. White Apricorn. That probably sells more than the ball itself. It's cool. I'll keep that. I'll keep that. I don't need an ether. I'll sell both of those. And I had about 1,000 Poké Dollars when I went and spent all of it trying to get at least a little bit of experience for my Tyrogue so we could get a Hitmontop. So having a little bit of money is kind of nice now. Having money in general is kind of nice. It lets you do nice things. Not that I would know. Whoa! Okay, there was a glitch. If you'd like to help alleviate that problem, go check out my Patreon. Not so subtle plug there. Okay, here's where you buy these things that will independently raise your stats a little bit. They're kind of useful if you want to build a Hitmontop a little bit, if you want to not individually manage, like, stat experience. But they're very expensive. Is there anything else on this floor? I think there's a couple of people who give you some stuff if you just talk to them too. There's others, but you need to give them items, and it's a pain in the ass, so don't bother, because I can't trade anyway. What do you got? TMs. An electric punch. That sounds... That's Thunder Punch. I want to say that, Cinder might be able to learn that, so that might actually be good for us to grab. An attack that may make foe flinch. That, I believe, is Headbutt. We're just going to invest in Thunder Punch, because I swear Cinder can learn that. And I think that would be a really good move to have, an electric move. That was sort of a thing I was looking up a little bit, was... If you look at a lot of the monsters introduced in Johto, a lot of them seem to be centered... Oh, Cinder can't learn it. Maybe it's evolution, I don't know. But a lot of the monsters introduced in this generation seem to be for defensive purposes, which is a little weird. Vending machines give you basically potions, but they're marginally better and marginally cheaper, and you can get them sooner, so... And I think if it was a Sunday on our in-game calendar, there'd be a guy up here on the roof who would give you return if your monsters really, 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 really liked you. But I don't think it is a Sunday. I think that's Gashapon. Yeah. People obsessed with Gashapon! Actually, I shouldn't judge. That's how I play Shenmue all the time. And there are a couple of Gashapons I'd actually really like to get. I know there's this old Gashapon series known as like Shooting Game Historica, which is... It has Gashapons of all the old shmup heroes, like Opa Opa and like Musha and stuff. What's in here? Your Playground. The Game Corner. Basically, welcome to, once again, gamble in Pokemon, if you want to do that, but we don't want to waste time. And also, I'm pretty sure we don't get a Dratini this time. Though I do think they did remix the actual Game Center song, so that's kind of nice. Now, I know there's a few places in Goldenrod that have some interesting stuff, so we might want to take a look around here. Okay, give me a useful phone number. Bill! Awesome. Actually, we're going to run into Bill at some point in the future, and he's going to do a nice thing for us at some point. But we have to go meet him at Critique first, and then I think we have to come back here, and then he gives us a monster. But it would be nice to get said monster. Ah, the underground. Now, if I recall, this is where you fight some dudes. And since there is a gym in this place, it's better to get as much experience as we can. And also, even though I don't really want to use them, Omelette and Salad are kind of on our team for the moment. They're under probation for our team, but we should try and at least level them up a little, because they are by far the lowest leveled team members. Oh, right, and I evolved Omelette. Not that that did us any real favors. It's now a bird type for some reason. I don't think I've ever actually bothered evolving Togepi, because I hate Togepi so much. I've heard Togetic's really good if you again, kind of like what I was saying, play really defensively, but if you really think about it, there are a lot of defense-oriented monsters in Generation 2 Pokemon. Like, there's Fortress, there's Sudowoodo, I believe, is a defensive style monster. I want to say Umbreon is mostly a defensive style monster as well, even though I like to use it offensively. Ah, you're immune to poison. You have value, Omelette. I wish you could learn another move, though. Steel Wing, that could be good. Let's see. Nope. Of course, it's also using Harden, so I mean... After this, we're gonna have to swap to Salad. Just to kill this stupid Grimer. Screech. Playing Brock's Onyx now, I suppose. I thought you weren't affected by poison gas. That's a problem. Okay. I think we're gonna swap to Salad, even though I don't really want to use Salad. Pound. I guess we'll start with Synthesis, which I think is just healing every turn. Or it might be... No, I think that's Leech Light, or Leech Seed, that's the word I'm looking for. I was thinking Leech Life. Oh, this is going to be unbearable. That said, I mean, we're not beating our head against trees. Fun fact, someone much smarter than me wrote a program online to show you which trees have the good Pokemon in it. I tried it off screen just to see if it worked. It did not. That was kind of depressing. I mean, I was not going to go back to Azalea Town, but I was half tempted to try and get like a Pineco to make a fortress just for the defense aspect. That and I've never had a fortress. No, Salads are the worst. That said, Salad is kicking this Grimer's ass very slowly, but effectively. Oop. We'll just heal on up. But this is like the perfect example of what I'm talking about. A lot of Pokemon in Johto just aren't designed for attacking, which is kind of weird. Oh good, now we're poisoned. And we're missing. I don't think you can poison a poison type, so I'm not going to try poison powdering. Oh, I don't want to have to swap our new number 2 in. We're going to have to. Show 'em what you got, Van Dam! Our resident kickboxer. I've actually never had a Hitmontop. They were such a pain in the ass to get. Oh, also, because it was from an odd egg, it also knows Dizzy Punch, which has a 1 in 5 confusion chance. So while it's a normal attack, it's actually a really good attack to have. Another Grimer. Screw it. Like I said, I'm not focusing on Omelette and Salad, but if we could get some extra experience for them, it would be nice. Honestly, though, it feels like they're so far behind, and I don't want to use them. Alright, screw it. I'm going to get rid of them. We're just going to use Van Dam and Cinder. That's my team now. They will be poisoned and they will die before they make it to the Pokemon Center, and I will say, good! They were an obstacle within our team for revenge. And we need less obstacles in our team for revenge. Okay, so we'll deposit Omelette. And we'll deposit Salad. And now I guess we're just getting experience for Van Dam. Now the thing is, there is a gym in this town, and we'll go after it, but it's a normal element gym. And even though Van Dam doesn't actually have any fighting moves, he is a fighting type, so I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue for him. That said, the first time I played this game, I can tell you, this gym was a complete pain in the ass to deal with. And it's because it's a normal type gym, but for whatever reason, their special attack is rock type, and it's just a cruel, cruel attack. I lost so many times. It's Crazy Faulkner again. He wants to keep challenging us. He's sad we beat him first. I just thought Lickitung was creepy. He's got a giant tongue and it looks like a weird squished pile of bubblegum. It's got a giant tongue. Something not right about that. Cut! You don't ever need cut. Past that one tree in that stupid forest, you never need cut. Damn it. Alrighty. Items! Coin case. Important if you plan on going gambling, which I do not. And somewhere around here is a guy who will give your Pokemon haircuts. He's younger and less expensive, but also less good. No thanks. These guys basically raise your Pokemon's affection, but you can only do it once a day. And it's the best way to raise affection, really. By large sums, anyway. But it's such an expensive waste of time. Because you can only do it once a day, you have to wait every day. So if you're trying to raise a monster by affection, it's just, why would you do that? Why would you make monsters evolve only through affection? It's the worst idea. It's a good thing I have levels on you, or else you'd be very scary right now, Magnemite. I had an electric type once. It was awesome. I don't miss him every single day of my life. Static Cling will be avenged. A Voltrib. It's going to explode, I'm sure. As they tend to do. That's really the only thing Voltorb is known for, is exploding. I mean, at least Magnemite gets an evolution that's better than itself. I mean, Voltorb's evolution is literally the same thing. It's a thing that explodes. I mean, heck, Pineco explodes too, but I mean, Fortress at least has a crap ton of a defense. Oh, so close to leveling. I think the gym leader's level is about 25, so we're probably okay for it, but again, more experience is good. Plus, we want to explore Goldenrod, because this is sort of the, for lack of a better term, base of operations for the game. You come back here a lot. Especially if you're playing this game casually. If you're playing it without, like, having to go back and forth all that much, and just, you know, playing to get through the story, you come back here once or twice, though. So it's really kind of good to explore it. In fact, I'm pretty sure down here is kind of a plot point area. This way, I think. There's a mysterious door. No entry. It's locked. It's almost as if a secret organization might be hiding behind there, but that could never be. I did not know you could throw Voltorb in Smash Bros. Melee, but I also don't have Smash Bros. Melee. I wish I did. GameCube games are getting so expensive, and there's still so many of them I want. I love the GameCube, even though it was far from the best console of its generation. It had so many fun games on it. I still remember the first day I played my GameCube. It was like basically the day before Halloween, and I was going over to a family friend's house and I got my GameCube, which I bought with my own money. It was the first thing I ever bought with my own money that I worked for. And I played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for like a full day straight. Raising chows and stuff. KOs. I don't know why people call them chows. Like, it comes from the word chaos, which is K-O, not chouse. This is the name reader. We changed Omelet's name with this guy. Here's the Gaim. We'll be here later. This, I think, is a flower shop. And we need a thing here. Yes, I have seen that wiggly tree. It is dangerous, and you should give me a squirt bottle so I can make you get rid of the creepy wiggle tree. That I don't think I'll do anything with, but I might try and catch it. Yeah, it'll struggle and kill itself. I've done that before. Yes, but if it's under the effect of disable, then that's not going to help anything. Just getting out of the fight will do that. Alright, there's a train station here, I think, which is important later, but not for a while. Aw, they're so nice. Yeah, my Hitmontop would be happy. I don't know, I just don't like the word chow for those little A-life creatures from Sonic Adventure 2 I spent literally thousands upon thousands of hours playing with. Alright, this is the bike shop. We already have a bike because I came here earlier just so I could heal up my monsters and do some stuff. So, I think we're gonna go heal up and go fight the gym. Do we have a... It's Friday. Crap. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to be real careful how I do my next episode, I guess, because there's a special timed event around here, which is like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and I wanna say Saturdays, so we literally came here at the worst possible time. But, maybe next episode we'll do that, because I really would like to do that. Alright, to the Gaim. And if I recall, this weirdly shaped environment, if you zoom out, is a Clefairy. I think it is, anyway. I remember it being a Pokemon of some kind. I'm pretty sure it's Clefairy. She's also very humble. You don't get to be known as a beauty by not being humble, obviously. Dizzy Punch! Actually, I really should not abuse my Dizzy Punch all that much. We're gonna need it for the, gym leaders. Stupid, horrible cow monster of doom. All I have is Dizzy Punch and Tackle. Crap. I kind of like Sentret's design. It's cute. I mean, it's basically just this gen's Rattata, but it's kind of cute. And its evolution isn't all that awful either, unlike Raticate and Rattata. I think Sentret was actually not too bad. Or am I thinking of the Gen 3 Rattata evolution, which is Linoon, I think? What does Sentret evolve into? No, I can't remember. I think I might be thinking of Zigzagoon's evolution instead. I mean, they're all low-level normal types that are basically worthless, but, you know. And that's one down. You lost. Alright. Yep, pretty sure this is a Clefairy. I don't think you will, because I'm positive I've got levels on you. Because I decided not to use the two monsters that was holding me back because they were kind of crap. Oh, you actually have levels. I might actually start to get scared of you, Meowth. Attack fell. Oh, that's not good. And all I have is a low damaging attack to begin with. Dizzy Punch! Payday's a weird attack. It generates money. I think I read somewhere that using it will actually break the game in Gen 1 if you know what you're doing. But, I've never bothered why, or never wondered why anyone would bother using, Payday. It's such a weird attack. It does basically nothing. New Meowth. Are you dizzy yet? Yes, you are. The little chickens around your head tell me that you are. Don't eat the chickens, Meowth. They are merely a hallucination of chickens. Alrighty. Still wish I get some kind of fighting attack. I went in a circle. Let's go into the circle this time. Then we'll fight this person, who is very, very much far-sighted. I always kind of wondered why they designed certain characters to be nearsighted and far-sighted in terms of their counters. It just seemed a little arbitrary and weird. And again, what is Snubble? It's like part bulldog, part rabbit, and it's wearing some kind of dress and a collar, so maybe it's a clown or something? I don't know. I mean, I'm using a Hitmontop. Who am I to judge? But it just seems like such a weird monster. I mean, its evolution is a bit more straightforward looking, but I don't really get Snubble's design. Oh no! Paralysis! That could be a problem. Bam! Down you go. This Van Damme kid, he's going places. Actually, I was thinking about that the other day. I've got the, that's poison. Do I have a paralysis? Yes, I do. I was thinking about how in the Street Fighter movie, the only person who knew how to properly pronounce Ryu's name was not his best friend, Ken, but rather the French guy. For some reason. I've always just found that to be weird. Alrighty, Bridget. Okay, Jigglypuff. Don't make me fall asleep and we'll be perfectly fine. That said, we do know that Jigglypuff can grasp victory from the jaws of defeat with like a 1% chance of success. Makes me a little worried about fighting Jigglypuffs. I know how good they are. Oh, that's very, very good for us. Don't you sing, don't you sing, don't you sing, don't you sing. Okay, I can work with that. I don't want to use Dizzy Punch if I don't need to. Let's tackle. Alright, there we go. Next. Another Jigglypuff. It's her favoritist monster. Oh, we still have to visit the radio place when we're done here. I need to remember to do that. But, yeah, Dizzy Punch. For a normal attack, it's actually really, really good. And I think the only monster that normally learns it is Kangaskhan, so to have it on a random monster like Hitmontop, not a bad thing. Especially when your alternative is Tackle. You only got into Pokemon because you wanted to follow a trend. That's very vapid of you, Whitney. Also, you're in my way, and as established in this entire series, we do have a habit of punching girls in the face and stealing gym badges from them. And I think you're about to be our next victim. Your stupid Clefairy. Dizzy Punch! It's the only move we'll ever need. Uh-oh. I know how scary Metronome can be as well. I kind of like the functional idea of an attack that could be literally any attack, but I don't know, too random. It could be fun to build an entire playthrough around it, though. Okay, now this thing is the absolute spawn of the devil itself. It's a normal type whose special ability is a rock type that hits multiple turns and does more damage every turn. That move right there, roll out. So it only did 2 damage to us, next turn it'll do more, and more up to 5 turns. It can be really scary, unless you interrupt it. I mean, the only advantage we have right now is Van Damme is a fighting type, so he's good against rock damage, but still, now we're in trouble. We do have a potion. I'm going to use it just because I don't want to split experience with Cinder. I'd really like to get you confused, Miltank. Oh, God. Yeah. Do I have anything else? I got a super potion. I'm just going to waste items. Hooray! Now it's going to use rollout again. It's going to take all my health. Okay, that should be the 5th turn, so that's at least done. Uh-oh. And then, damn it. Okay. This thing is genuinely scary. I mean, I had levels on it, but I was still in a bad spot. Okay, I'm just gonna use Ember for stab. Because I've got stabs and you are dead. That said, Van Damme really could have used that experience. I need to be serious. I'm on a quest to kill alternate dimension ourselves from taking our fame and fortune and possibly trying to kill us and our monsters. Yes, now give me my goddamn badge. And then, this normal type Pokemon Gym Leader will give us a TM for a rock badge. Or a rock type attack. Because sensibility! But we do know how scary, Oh, attract. I thought she gave you a rollout, huh? Okay, I rescind that. I'm pretty sure in the other version she gave you a rollout, though. Oh well. It has been like 20 years since I played this game. Cut me some slack. But, we beat Whitney. That's nice. I think the next gym leader is Ghost type, which is scary for a lot of reasons. Ghost is like Dark. It's one of those types that every generation, its weaknesses and effectiveness seem to just completely shuffle. And no matter what you think is good against it, you're wrong. But, yeah, so we got our 3rd gym badge. We just need, 5 more. And then a bunch more after that. Oh, radio tower, right. Gonna go the radio tower. Gonna go, I think we get an app for our Team Rocket guy. Who's planning something evil, no doubt. But I think we get a radio app for our Pokegear if we talk to the right person. Oh yeah, every day they call out a set of certain numbers. If your trainer ID matches, you get a prize. None of our numbers match. I want that radio card. Let's try this. I think if we get this wrong, we can try it over and over, so it's no big deal. Yes. Don't ask me which one it is, but yes. You can't buy a berry at the mart. That sounds correct. It's one of those things where it asks you to basically do like a double negative. No, Flash is not TM1. And the phrasing of the question is a little awkward. Yes, but then he abandoned that and became crazy and challenges me randomly because that's just the thing he does, because he's depressed I beat him. He's a stalker is what he is. Oh god. I don't know. No. Ugh. Well, I mean, it was a 50-50 shot. Okay, so the radio card basically means that, well, in certain parts of the world you can find radios and you can click on them and you can listen to the music change and get invested in the radio mythos of this world. And the radio card basically lets you carry the radio wherever you want. And there are some effects to it, like there's certain songs that will make Pokemon more likely to attack you, some that will turn them away. Some areas respond to your radio a little differently, so it's kind of neat to have, although it's hardly necessary. I got a point card, hooray! No, it's not a point card, it's a blue card! Get it right, Buena. I wonder if we can listen to the radio for the specific... Oh yeah, you have to tune it, which I thought was kind of a neat touch. There's Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk, that'll tell you where certain Pokemon can be found, as well as, I think, alerts for rare monsters. Pokemon Music, this can attract or repel monsters. I just like this song. I want to say the combat theme in Undertale actually borrowed some notes from this song. What's the password? Lemonade. Yes. Lemonade. I don't exactly understand how this is a radio show, though. And, I mean, this radio show would go on for all of, like, 2 minutes. She'd tell you the password, she'd interview someone, whether they got it right or not. We don't have enough points. Ooh, we could get a rare candy, though. That'd be kind of nice. The rest of this crap I don't care about. But we could get a rare candy. There's Jigglypuff. And we can't go here yet because, well, there's not some sort of sinister organization planning a takeover or anything at all. If you think that, you're crazy. And you're not crazy. Unfortunately, listening to the radio only lasts to one screen transition, so you can't just permanently be followed by that awesome radio music. Okay, did I level... I think I did take my monsters back to the Pokemon Center. Yes, I did. Let's move on. Because I think we're done here for the moment, but we'll be back. I am. But I already went there and won. I punched a girl and stole her gym badge. I like Vulpix. It's kind of a neat monster. And it's just pretty. Same with its evolution. Ninetales is really pretty as well. No, you didn't. You should probably give up on your dreams forever because you're not on a quest for epic revenge like me. Mom, quit wasting my money. You're not hot stuff, dude. You're going to lose horribly. Also, your outfit is ridiculous, but I will give you credit for having a Sandshrew. I do like Sandshrew. But it's time to go all Bloodsport on your ass. Alright, next is a Meryl. Meryls are actually rare monsters in this game. I remember when they first announced this monster and they called it Pika-Blue and said it was a new evolution of Pikachu. Oh, I'm old. Alright, Meryl's down. Also, that's a terrible outfit, dude. Wear some pants or something. You cannot rock short shorts. Well, at least she's honest about it. Although you have less monsters than he does. Pikachu. So you're in trouble, Pikachu. I've got Time Cop on my side. We'll go back in time and prevent you from ever being created. Or, you know, just punch you in your stupid face. Either way, really. Yes, this is where they tell you to keep a radio so you can learn Pokemon data and stuff. It's a neat feature we probably will not be exploring all that much. Alright, Diglett. Prepare to be punched in your smug, giant nose. Zubats. They're so boring! Also, I thought they were purple. Or like blue with purple. Maybe that was just too much for the Game Boy Color's palette. I have to punch all the Pikachus. They're the worst. Team Eevee right here. But only because they turn into Jolteon and Umbreon. Jolteon's awesome, and I just love how Umbreon looks. Alrighty. I wonder if there'd be a way to trigger both these guys at once and see if that would actually mess up the programming of the game. I know you could do stuff like that in the original Pokemon where when someone was walking to it, you could pull some stuff that would just make the game really confused as to what was going on. I think most of that was removed here, but I imagine there would be a way to trigger two characters at once. I have levels on you. You're just a nuisance with your Kanto monsters. You don't even have any nationalistic pride here in Johto. Alright, another level for Van Damme. Oh, that would suck. That's a scary song. Ball dexterity? What? It's now cosplaying Faulkner. Seriously, stop following me, dude. Just get a life. I'm not interested. All you have is Voltorbs, and they're going to be low-leveled and crappy, aren't they? Well, at least they're getting progressively higher level. Irwin. No, I won't change Pokemon. Not yet, anyway. More experience for Van Damme. You know, I once had a monster who was also really good at punching things. You remind me a lot of him, Van Damme. Not gonna fight me? You are gonna fight me, you horrible, horrible police officer. You're corrupt is what you are. And you're blinding me with your stupid flashlight, I think is what that's supposed to signify. That is a weird sprite. Dirk. With his Growlithe. So unpatriotic to Johto. And I'm out of dizzy punches, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to start tackling things. Oh god, it's gonna go poorly. Nope, we're gonna keep tackling things until we get to level 26. I mean, I guess you're probably expecting me to have more than 2 monsters and have to spread out this experience, but no! Aw, crap, Roar. Fine. I'll beat you to death with my fire type. I'm not scared of you, you stupid Growlithe. Vulpix is a way better monster to have as an exclusive. It learns psychic attacks. What does Growlithe learn? Nothing. That's what. I think you can run into Yanma in this patch of grass. Yanma were kind of cool. But it's nighttime, so pretty much everything we're going to run into is a Hoot Hoot. Silly bird with giant arrows for eyebrows. And there we go. Once more chronicling the strength of Van Damme. Now, we could cut this tree and go north, or we could go through the bug park thingy. I think it's called the National Park, but you catch bug monsters there, so I call it the bug park. That said, we can't do that right now because it's not the right day, because stupid, arbitrary calendar events that don't seem to like the save importing of the RF. Uh-oh. He's using my tactics against me. And he's succeeding! Oh god, this is a problem. Or is that... That might be Detect I'm thinking of. Foresight, I thought, made you instantly dodge the next attack. Oh, stop hurting yourself. Don't you see? He's using your own special abilities against you. And he's succeeding. Oh, confusion is so annoying. It's kind of nice to actually be able to be the guy who confuses everyone else. And, you know, occasionally use confusion in attacks in Pokemon. Alright, Rapid Spin. But you did. Rapid Spin, I don't think it actually does all that much. It's mostly for removing traps and stuff, so it's not really all that useful when fighting NPCs, because they don't use traps all that often, but it's another attack we've got. It's a bird keeper with his stupid birds. His Pidgeys. Let's try a Rapid Spin. Oh crap, that's right, I'm weak to flying attacks. That's a problem. Ooh, Pidgeotos. Such pretty birds. They look kind of intimidating in this game. I like Pidgeotos. I like all the Pidgeys. They're so cool. Ooh, will we survive? Oh, just. The question is, can we get one more Rapid Spin off, or should I swap? We could try tackling, that might do more damage. Yeah, alright. Now, let's see what this item is. It's probably a potion. TM4? Which TM is that? Rollout, that's where you get it. What can learn rollout that I have of all my monsters? Cinder. Well, Cinder's doing okay right now, so I'm gonna hold on to that for later, probably. But that's, well, as evidenced by the last fight, a really devastating attack. Is there a secret item? There is no secret items, okay. Oh. That's the thing, I should probably program my bike to my select button, or else I will never remember that I have it, much like last playthrough. But more importantly, we're gonna turn on, and then we just nulled the music, which might have negatively impacted its effect. Hey, Psyduck! I didn't even know Psyducks were around here. Huh. Psyduck's a fun little typing of water and psychic. And I survived your one non-attack. Awesome. Go team. Right, I want to turn on and then the next step, I get attacked by monsters. Maybe Lullaby does nothing. I don't know. Hey, Yanma! You silly bug monster. Looks like he's got big puffed up cheeks under his giant eyes. Aww. You win. I'll give you that victory, Yanma. I will say, that's another upgrade over the original Pokemon I really like. You can stay on your bike between checkpoints. You don't have to get off and then get back on. Such a small thing, but I love that. Alrighty. I did say we would be back here. I hadn't planned on it being this soon, but through the national park. I would like to. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Because Game Boy printer was a thing at one point. I've actually never seen a Game Boy printer. I don't see there being much value in owning one either. Like even back in the day. Ooh, Quick Claw, that's a good item. Basically this thing means you got like a 10% chance of acting before your opponent. It's random, but it's a nice little buff you can give your monsters, and since I don't have anything else to give it, I might as well give it my Quick Claw. I mean, ideally you'd give it something that boosts its attack power or something, but boosting its speed probably isn't a bad idea. I quite like the music to this area, it's very soothing. Now the weird thing is, a lot of the monsters that you find here are only exclusive during the bug catching competition. The rest of the time it's just like Sunkern and Hoot Hoots. Ah, these stupid things. Stupid Snubble with its stupid rabbit ears. I'm gonna dizzy punch you, because that's how things are. Oh, what are we running to? Probably a Hoot Hoot. Hey, Spinnerack! That's kinda neat. I've never actually gotten a Spinnerack, so I don't think I'm gonna use him though. I'm at a loss for words for what I want to say. After last time, I'm just sick and tired of trying to get bug monsters, so no thanks. You should really buy the Pokemon printer as part of the Game Boy printer. I find that hard to believe. I'm from the future. And before I was quantumly replaced, I was the very best like no one ever was. Aw, I love Oddish. So cute. With his big, foofy grass hair. I'm gonna punch you in your face now. What do you have next? Voltorb. I think I've already taken out like half a dozen Voltorbs at least in the past hour or so. I'm not scared of your Voltorb, especially if you're low level. Jack. Not as smart as you thought you were, eh, smart guy? Now this grass is actually functionally different than the other grass. If you have the HM cut, you can use it on grass to remove it. This will actually cut the grass shorter to be standard grass, then you have to cut it again. Although I've genuinely never found a purpose for actually cutting grass in all of Pokemon. I know you can do it, but I've never seen a reason to do it. I guess it's a little Easter egg so that you don't always need repels when you're running around in tall grass. You can save it for caves and stuff. We're weak. And you dress your son up like a stupid. Yes, let's battle. It's a thing I do sometimes, so let's do it. I like Oddish. And hey, this is the game that introduced a new Oddish evolution. Weirdly enough, they did not give his counterpart Bellsprout a new evolution. They still haven't. But Oddish can now turn to a Blossom if you give it the proper item. And I think it has to be an Affection evolution too, which is stupid. I think on the DS someone once traded me a shiny Blossom, which was kind of nice, because I like Blossom as well. Never liked Vileplume or Gloom, but I like Oddish and I kind of like Blossom. But that said, out of all of the Oddishes, I like the original best. Because it's just got big, foofy grass hair, and I think it's funny looking. I think there might be one more trainer we have to fight. Is there? Nope. Okay. And if I recall, this is the place where they had a really dumb hidden item. I guess we'll go get as well. Oh, you want to fight me? Fight me! Oh yeah, you can give your monsters mail and trade them to other people, and that makes them happy, maybe. But only if you have a Game Boy printer, which we cannot stress enough you need in your life. It's an absolutely necessary part of your existence. You'll never realize how you lived before you bought your Game Boy printer. I didn't know this was down here. I know there's a thing if you walk like the longest way around the place, but... What's TM28? Dig. That could be useful. I did give that to Flammy back in the day, and he rocked it pretty well. I might hold on to that. One of these days I'm just going to go crazy with my TMs and give it to monsters, but right now I'm not seeing a lot of a necessity for it. Found a full heal. And now we go all the way back. Seeing all the beautiful sights on the way, like that repeating row of trees, and all these other trees that look exactly identical. I don't think there's anything over here, but we'll take a look. Oh, there is. Huh. Paralyze heal! Useful for selling later, probably, and also maybe other things that I can't think of right now. Oh, we got a tree. Now, ice berries, I believe, cure frozen status, I believe. Hey, it's Other Faulkner. Silly Other Faulkner. Alrighty. Psychic type versus fighting type. This will go well for everyone involved, I feel. Alrighty. Sorry for any random clicking. I'm hearing some weird nonsense from my computer. Alright. Nope. Seriously, why is Faulkner so obsessed with me? He's just so sad I beat him that one time and he just won't let it go. But he needs to know I'm not interested, but he just doesn't take a lesson. He will not learn. He's just so oblivious. With his mustache. Silly Kadabra. You too will lose to a fighting type, and that will bring the greatest shame to your mustache ever. And in one hit, too. That's really depressing. Okay, now if we go south, it'll lead us down to Route 35, right back to this tree. So we could have skipped that entire national park thing, but I didn't want to. I think there's something special about this pile of grass from what I remember from when I was a kid, but I cannot for the life of me tell you what it was. Ready for any Pokemon, that's a gutsy thing to proclaim. I mean, you're smaller than most Pokemon, you silly child. It's hiding, it's scared. Well, I'm just gonna punch it. Because it's a good solution. If you see something you're unfamiliar with, just punch it. Now, if he used Wrap, we could have used Rapid Spin to get out of it. But he didn't. He used Constrict. Which is basically the poor man's Wrap. That ends in one turn, so it's basically just a time saver for everyone. You're not going to fight me? Okay, so even though she used a thing to sprinkle the tree, she has decided not to give me her sprinkling apparatus and instead send us all the way back to her sister to get another sprinkling apparatus just so we can in turn sprinkle that tree. Just so you're aware of what's going on. There's no extra convolution to any of this whatsoever. At least my bicycle's getting more use than it did in the previous game. Alright, the flower shop should be here. I might swing by the Pokemon Center just to build up my PP again. Give me your sprinkling apparatus, woman. I beat Whitney, just give me the stupid thing. It's the Squirtle bottle. Alright, and that will lead us to basically this game's Snorlax. Well, one of two Snorlaxes in this game. Basically, it's a monster we have to fight in order to get past a plot point of the world. And if we don't catch it, it's gone forever. That said, I'm not sure I even want it, but I'll try and catch it just for the sake of, you know, doing so, I guess. Bicycle, go! Get out of the way, silly man. I need to bicycle places. I want to ride my bicycle. It's like the song says. Alright, Wiggly Tree, your time is nigh. It's being all wiggly! Trees don't normally attack. I'm starting to think this isn't a tree at all. It's the thing with Elvis hips. That's not how you spell pseudo. Dizzy Punch! Actually, that could be a problem. If it gets confused and takes itself out, that could be a problem. That could also be a problem. You get it? It knows Mimic because it's mimicking a tree. It's its whole thing. It's actually a rock type. It just looks like a grass type for reasons. I thought Flail did damage to its user. Huh. Now just don't be confused, and we should be okay. Okay, let's try and catch this guy. Hooked by Rod? No. I guess we'll use a Great Ball. Sure. Hey, it actually looks different in game. It's blue instead of being like pink. Neat. Hooray! We cut the wiggle tree. Yes, I would. I think it'll even fit, too. We cut Wiggle Tree! The Wiggle Tree. Not sure we're gonna use him, though. I don't recall Sudowoodo being all that particularly good. Fun fact, first time I played this game, I fainted Sudowoodo and I couldn't catch him. Oh, we got a split route. Might be plenty of opportunities for... Oh, no, it's just items. But hey, black apricorns. We could totally make Pokeballs with this. We're not gonna, but we could. That'd require me to go back to Azalea Town, and there's no reason to ever go back to Azalea Town, ever. It's just not a thing you do. Hey, more useless things. Awesome. I guess you could sell them. I mean, I think they're 100 Pokedollars each. So there's a certain degree of usefulness, even if you don't want to go back and make Pokeballs out of them. It's a little bugly. Actually, he's an arachnid. Not a bug. Dizzy Bunch! Hey, it's Stantler. I remember wanting to get this guy the first time I played the game, and I did, and I remember him being really hard to catch, and I remember him also being crap. So, no thanks, Stantler. Although I could have named you Stanley. Or Stanford. I could have gotten two, and we could have done this whole, Gravity Falls thing. Oh no! It's creepy twins that have the exact same name. Whatever will we do? It's like The Shining or something up in here. Oh, Jigglypuff. You giant piece of cotton candy, get out of here. Actually, I should swap my monster out because it has now officially overleveled to Cinder. Alright, we'll swap it here. Clefairy. Ember. Twins Ann and Ann. That doesn't get confusing at all. Why would your parents name you that? That is untrue. Pokemon can do things while they're asleep. There's a move called Sleep Talk. I'm pretty sure later there would be an attack called Snore that allows you to attack while asleep. And if I've got priority on you, you're probably not going to do all that much to me, buddy. Also, I'm not asleep, I'm just disabled. And also I have Headbutt. And you're done. Alright, Sin. It was pretty sad. You didn't even get to show me how scary sleeping Pokemon are. And that you were completely factually wrong about something. Okay, this is Ecruteak City. This is where the next gym is. And this happened, and this is important. He's Bill! You know, that guy that Fafimon once left trapped in a Pokemon's body because he was such a douche. And we had to save. The time capsule can transfer them to games past. But they can't anymore because it would require you to have a link cable and 2 Game Boys and a past game. And, well, actually I do have most of that stuff. It was never all that useful. There was a lot of restrictions around it, too, because you couldn't, like, use a Pokemon that knew a move that didn't exist in Gen 1. And this game really liked to play around with sort of stuff like that, so... Yeah, he has to go back to Goldenrod. Guess where we're going back to? Home base Goldenrod. Because there's an important thing we can do now that Bill is going home. An important thing for me, because it might involve us getting a new teammate. But unfortunately, like last time, that'll involve stuff I gotta do off-screen. Unfortunately, it's sad but true, this game likes affection and day-night cycles and dates and lots of other nonsense I'm gonna have to work around. So I apologize, but that's a thing we're gonna have to deal with. Whee! Bicycle. I haven't been on a bicycle in forever, actually. But that's mostly because the bicycle I got when I was a kid was, like, way, way too big for me, so I couldn't actually, get on it and ride. It was annoying. Alright, so we're back in Goldenrod, and I think that'll be it for today. I'll go see Bill about something, which, if I recall correctly, does lead us to a new teammate, and I think I will be using this one for important reasons, but we did a lot today. We got ourselves a gym badge, and we got a radio card, and well, I'm just going to leave you with this awesome music. Which might be some of the best music in all of Pokemon right there. This song is awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow the channel to see more stuff like this. Go check out my YouTube channel, which is the same as my Twitch channel, but on YouTube, and there's a lot more stuff up there. Give that a subscription. And if you really want to help the show, maybe check out my Patreon, help support the show, which would get you onto the Discord, where we can talk about how awesome this music is. Seriously, best Pokemon theme ever, I think. And I swear, at least a little bit of it was worked into the combat theme of Undertale. But anyway, I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.